Hi everyone. I'm back today. I wanted to say happy Wednesday and happy portal opening. Today is 8/8/18 and I wanted to get online to kind of do a mini workshop with you that has to do with ascension. I had a couple questions. I don't know if anyone tuned in to my radio show last night with Dave Scott. Hi Vanessa, hi James, hi Abhishek, Paul, welcome, Joshua, welcome, hello my loves, Anna, Lori, welcome, and thank you so much for joining me. Hi Adam. So happy 8/8/18. Today is a major portal opening for ascension for us. And I'm going to share a workshop, a little mini workshop with you so we can get some work done together. And I also want to open the space so we can answer some questions. Hi Vanessa. Hi Priyam. Hi Adam. Brilliant. Oh, thank you so much, Adam. Thank you for joining me. Hi James. Lionsgate. Yes, Abhishek, that's correct. So let's get some work done, guys. Hi, Lori. So I wanted to talk about this subject for a really long time, but we don't have a lot of time. I'm actually running around like crazy, preparing all the final details for our event this weekend, so in the midst of all of this, I wanted to take just 5 minutes, or we're going to do maybe an hour, 30 minutes to an hour here, so we can get some work done today. But I want to talk about karma and contracts. If any of you had a chance to tune into my radio show last night, I had a couple questions that I wasn't able to address, so I'm going to address them here today now. Let's get into that. The first question was about divine feminine, and how do we harness our divine femininity and the equality and the balance within. Hold on one moment. Make sure you do not get interrupted there. There we go. Yeah. So how do we balance the divine feminine energy in us, and primarily when it comes to sexuality? And this is a really, really important question that I get a lot, and it doesn't only have to do with women, it has to do with men as well. And I think that that's our next step when it comes to looking at the balances of the divine feminine and masculine, and our perception of the divine feminine and masculine. Creating what we're coming into now is create a neutrality of perception, and neutrality will be what balances all of the imbalances that we're experiencing in our time, in our space right now, in our reality. And as we come into this neutrality, we must come into neutrality before coming into the next aspect of our dimensional reality here. So in our evolution cycle, we go through many different phases. We go through, since we live in a reality where there is duality, the basic law of this universe is the law of three. And that means that in order to create, there must always be a divine feminine, a masculine, a positive, and a negative, in order to produce the child, or the product of that unity, of that energetic exchange. And that is the law of how our universe operates, this matrix universe. And because of that, everything in this matrix universe is focused on those two dualities functioning and working together. However, what has happened is that we are on one far end, or we are just now getting out of that far end of an imbalance, more on a masculine perspective of this energetically, collective energy in the universe. And as we're healing, coming into a new neutral perspective, coming into a balanced perspective in order to create, because the masculine, the patriarchal concept of living and surviving and thriving in this society is no longer working, as you can see. And any time that we have this kind of imbalance, there's going to be illness, there's going to be death, there's going to be a lot of things that are coming out of imbalance, creating pain and suffering for all organisms here in this matrix universe, in this organism. So in order for any organism to operate from its highest capacity, there has to be balance, okay? So that being said, you know, and I think we see it in our society, where we are accepting different expressions of sexuality as well, and even androgyny. And I think that is the movement that we are going into as an expression, as a need for this neutrality in our reality here. Now, in order for us as women or as men to own this balance, we have to realign all of those imbalances within us that mirror that kind of an imbalance from the divine masculine and feminine. So, and that will happen on many different levels, because we live in a matrix universe where there is this very clear structure of separation between feminine and masculine. All of the structures of reality, from family, friends, to, you know, how our society is structured, you know, how our families are put together culturally, with our religion, is often defining the roles of a feminine and a masculine role in all circumstances of life. So we have to be able to clear that up and to create and to heal any imbalances that we may feel, okay? And that is going to happen from our perspective all the way down since childhood. Any perspective that has gone out of balance with our relationship with our very own mother, how our mother felt about herself, how our father felt about himself, that's the first step to learning our perception of the two sexual energies, okay? And when those perceptions are incomplete, meaning that maybe the divine feminine feels that she is weak, or this is just an example, that the divine feminine feels that it's weak or incomplete or unable and incapable of succeeding or doing something, then that has to be rebalanced with a whole perspective, with the truth. And all that can only happen by understanding the masculine energy that this person holds within them. So this is actually one of the most important things to heal and balance our mind right now, and especially coming into a new dimension where we are looking for more balance, a higher vibrational perspective. The balance of the divine feminine and masculine within us is extremely important, because it is the foundation of how we interact with the world around us. Not only from a personal perspective of being able to love ourselves, because what I find is that a lot of our resistance to loving ourselves comes from a skewed or imbalanced perspective of those two energies. And so we need to come back and reassess that. A lot of the imbalances have been caused by our society, by our family, which was indoctrinated by religion or culture, whatever that may be. And, you know, that's something that has to be fixed. It has to be rebalanced, and we need to heal that perception. And when we do the work, let's talk about how to heal that work. So when we are healing, for example, doing the work internally, everything in the organism, even the cells, has its own aspect of this divine feminine and masculine energy. There is a duality to everything, all the way down to the molecular level on every structure of this matrix universe. So within the body, the right side of the body is the masculine, the left side is the feminine. So we need to look at where the imbalances are, and our chakra system, our endocrine system, is one of the most powerful ways to understand and see where we can find those imbalances. And when we find them, rebalance them, heal them, address them. For example, our fear-based program, this is an example of what I mean. So let's talk about the root chakra. The root chakra is the place for safety, for home, for feeling secure. And on the other spectrum of that, it has to do with fear. So if we, let's say an example, as women, don't feel safe and secure on being independent because our parents instilled in us that a woman has to be nurtured or taken care of and is unable to be independent or drive or get a job or be self-sufficient, then that is the fear-based programs that are created in the subconscious mind are all structured from that belief. And so there inherently lies this imbalance that a person is going to be perceiving their entire experience in life from this perspective, which is an incomplete perspective. And we're not talking about the validity of protection or support or the basic roles of the masculine and feminine. Right now, I'm talking about balance, okay? Now, we're going to take it to the next step. In divine feminine and masculine, each one of these roles has its key essence, its key empowerment. So we can talk about sexuality. In order for a seed to be brought to life, it requires the energy, the powerful sexual energy of a man and a woman in order to create that creation. So within that unity spurts an incredibly powerful creational energy to bring the birth of a child. And within this spurt of energy, there is a complex combination energetically of divine masculine and energy that is combined. And each one of those has its own unique identification. It has its own, it's almost like a piece of an algorithm in order to produce a product of unity. And so inherently, each one of the divine feminine and masculines has its own traits, which is very carefully programmed in order to provide this balance. So in each of us, when we find our balance of that divine feminine and masculine within us, we are able to live our lives from a more balanced, more complete, more whole perspective. And all of the old concepts that we have been indoctrinated from culture and religion, we then notice a gap sometimes between that truth, that maybe some of those are instilled in us for more of a control perspective. So, it's a matter of going within and healing all of those imbalanced perspectives that we have. And as we align with them, feel them, and process them, we can find the ultimate truth of each one of those aspects. So, for me, we're coming into a balance, but in our society, we see a lot of the femininity or feminist movements coming up and fighting for their rights and expressing. But what I also see, and this can be because, in order to rebalance, sometimes the forces have to be pushed further to create, a stronger movement. But what I see is that even within some feminist movements, I see an imbalance. I see a wanting to take on to this masculine energy as a facade of empowerment and power. And what we need to understand in our society, and I understand that right now we're going through a healing phase where we're just understanding the real true essences of each role because we've been out of balance for such a long time. And it's going to take time, and where we're going to find that truth is in our own connection to our own pure core essence as feminine or masculine. I'm not talking about sex or gender. I'm talking about your pure essence, identification of that divine feminine or masculine within, and understanding what those roles mean for you. Okay, and that's where we're going to really find the true meaning of these two dualities in our existence. Because it's not that women have to be like men or men have to be like women or vice versa. It's about balance. It's about understanding the true essence and role of each sexual energy that is so powerful that this world, this entire universe requires us to have in order to have balance and healing. So that's my take on that. Okay, fantastic. Oh, thank you so much, Adam. Thank you. Let's talk about karma now. Okay, so karma, there's a couple really important points on this that I want to make, and I want to talk about this especially today because, you know, in this Lion's Gate, or this opening of energy, we have the opportunity to kind of tap into some of these energies that allow us to see our energetic space better. When we come into these huge energy portals, our intuition is heightened, our ability to see is heightened, so we have to utilize this little window in time to be able to work with those blockages that are always, you know, difficult to move out of our space. So let's talk about karma. Now, I'm going to talk about this from a really broad, huge conceptual understanding of our entire matrix universe and our role as human souls here on this planet. I really think it's important for us to understand the real truth of, or from my perspective and my experience, of how we engage in this matrix reality here on this planet. Okay, so karma, from the basic definition of that, from what we see from you know, the Sanskrit definition of that is, to every action there's a reaction, and yes, that is true. For every action there is a reaction. But these contractual agreements and that concept of action is reaction really is very inherent to this matrix universe. Karma would be enlacements, energetic enlacements, contractual agreements that we make with people that we connect to, okay? People that we connect to. And in reality, every single person that you come into contact with, you create an energetic cord and a connection to them. Now, whether that relationship is going to turn into a contractual agreement per se, and what I mean by contractual agreement is an energetic enlacement that is now not just energetically connecting you, but it is shifting and moving timelines, okay? So when we talk about karmic contracts, we're also talking about timelines, because in any given moment, because in some way we have the ability of accessing consciousness and free will based on our ability to be present and access our consciousness, okay? And that's a choice. We can choose not to be conscious in our everyday lives, conscious about who we are and what we're doing in this world, or we can choose to be conscious and aware of our experiences and our interactions with our relationships. And what that means is these timelines, you know, at any given time, we have many different multiple possibilities happening at once. So you can change your contractual agreement with your experiences at any given time. You can change that. So when you meet someone and when you're interacting with someone and you have a karmic contract with them, you have a choice whether you want to create some kind of energetic enlacement with them, or they're just someone that you are going to be energetically tied to, okay? And all of those have to be addressed consciously. When we are working on ourselves and we are working on evolution and consciousness, we must learn how to clean and work with this kind of information, because otherwise it becomes tied to us. It becomes, we're storing it in our body, the multidimensional body, and then, you know, we are siphoning, our energy is siphoned from those contractual agreements constantly. So these contractual agreements that are created are based on our network, okay? So let's take it one step further. The soul comes into the body. When it comes into the body, the soul's information, all of the programming and all of the experiences that the soul has experienced since the very beginning of time is inside of this soul essence. When it enters the physical body, it is then, that information is put into the DNA, as well as it connects with your ancestral lineage, okay, here on this 3D matrix. Within the matrix universe, each human soul is intricately connected with a network, we come with a network. And our network is basically our family, our friends, people that we know as our relationship partners, even our coworkers, whoever our network is, that's who we are connected to. And we're connected to very complexly, not just that, you know, there's someone that we meet on the street or they are a relative. We are connected to them by DNA and through these contractual agreements. DNA, because even the earth is like a program where we are mixed and carefully connected with our network in order to, you know, create these specific children with information. So all of us are a very important piece, play a role in a network and a connection, okay? And that network and a connection has carefully been, you know, manufactured, I guess you can say manufactured or created since the beginning of your essence in order to create the network that you have here today. When we reach past lives, when we go into regression and we remember past lives, we are accessing memories or information that connect us to our network. So all our ancestors, all of the people that we see here in this timeline meaning our life with our family, with our relatives, with our ancestors. However, when you go into past lives, you're accessing past cycles or life cycles that you are living on this planet or any other planet, and often you will recognize people, you know, from those past lives. And the reason why that happens is because those are people that are in your network, and we are cycling through these lifetimes with this network. Okay, this network is created, customized based on DNA, based on the transference of information, and its capacity for evolution, its capacity for holding information, shifting information, so on and so forth. And so when we talk about these kinds of networks, the way that we are working here with our karmic contracts, we are in this matrix universe enlaced with those connections contractually. We use the word contract because it's the clearest way for us in this 3D reality to understand a piece of paper with terms and conditions, things that we are learning, experiencing. Basically, it's like a little guide map to what the relationship is going to be like in this lifetime. Now, supposedly, when you come into this planet, you have the ability to choose who you're going to be with, who's going to be your mother, who's going to be your father, your sister, your lover. You have the ability to choose that. Now, I agree with that on some point, but also I want to tell you that from what I've seen, this matrix reality, we live in a matrix universe that is created, in a sense, with a somewhat intention of stagnant energy. And within that stagnant energy, we are cycling through this reincarnation cycle, which means that our experiences, we can choose them, but to a certain point. And the reason why some people refer to this planet as a prison planet or as a place where we are stuck is because they say that this manifestation of duality, darker duality, is holding on to the souls that are reincarnating on this planet. And because that belief is there, each human that is experiencing life here makes contractual agreements to evolve through pain, through suffering, through difficult life experiences, through any number of experiences that are difficult, that force the soul to go through pain and suffering. And that's why we call it karmic, karma. Every action, there is a reaction. So if there's a negative action, you're going to have this negative reaction. If you do a beautiful good deed, you're going to have this beautiful reaction. Now, the thing is that in order for this matrix universe to operate the way that it does, feeding this life force, this life support, different variations of frequency serve different purposes. And lower frequency experiences provide a very heavy, very slow wavelength of frequency. So anytime we are experiencing pain and suffering, we are emitting a powerful and very low vibration frequency. And this substance is unfortunately a life support for certain beings that are a darker manifestation of this matrix universe. So everything on this planet that we are experiencing here through the illusion of pain and suffering is in a way in agreement to neglect our ability to understand our empowerment and our incredible capacity as human beings to surpass those illusions. And that's why here on this planet, we're dealing with a lot of manipulation of our energy, of our illusion, whatever we see, whatever we experience, in order to maintain our energy at a certain level, to maintain our concepts locked into these contractual enlacements with our network that was curated for us to experience these things in order to provide a product of an energy, of a source, a life source. Now, from the other side of this, humans are soul essences of source energy. We are fractals of source. So each one of us holds this fractal source essence of white light within us, which is a fractal of source. And it is that infinite consciousness that each one of us must understand how to utilize in this matrix universe. And if we are here going through all of the illusions of pain and suffering in order to, in order to feed that, but at the same time, our ability to access the consciousness within us allows us to access our true abilities, okay? So what I do in my everyday life is training people how to access the technology of the body. And I want to use technology for many different reasons, but we can say the organism of the creation of the beautiful body, okay? So the body holds the chakra system. And I want you to take note that how complex and how beautiful this structure is created, where our human bodies are so powerful that we can hold incredible amounts of information. Each one of our chakra systems is organizing the information that the soul memory is holding on to since the beginning of time. When we come into the 3D dimension, a lot of aspects of our DNA are disconnected, and our ability to access that information is disconnected. So since childbirth, a lot of those openings are still very fresh, but as we go through our, as we age, as we grow up, as we get older, and we are enlaced in this matrix reality, we forget, and we are almost like solidifying our connections to this matrix instead of our our multidimensional body. So it's our job to go back into that and unlock those tools that we have, okay? And through consciousness and awareness, becoming conscious of itself, which is what source is doing through each and every one of us as a source fractal. It becomes conscious of itself. It experiences all aspects of reality of life across this matrix universe and beyond. So we have, that is our soul essence. The essence of our soul is to experience. And within that experience, there is no judgment. There is no good or bad. Good and bad, that duality is only part of this matrix universe. And this matrix universe is where we experience the duality. It's where we experience those, separations. And it's where we come in to have these contractual agreements. So when we work with karmic contracts, therefore, as we are awakening, as we are coming into our pure consciousness, it is incredibly important, it's imperative for us to break those karmic contracts, which, just like everything else in our illusion, we have to wake up from. We have to wake up from the illusion of being enslaved or poor or unloved or not enough or disempowered in any way, we have to wake up and break away from that illusion. We are breaking these contractual agreements from a multidimensional level. So I'm going to share with you a practice today that's going to help you break those contractual agreements. Now, going through all this information, now you know how that works. Let's break those contractual agreements. And our contractual agreements, as I said, are connected not only through DNA, but also energetically. Okay, so heavy knots of energy that are holding information, that hold information from many past lives and from this past life, that are holding the information of the enlacements that we have with anyone. Okay, so we're gonna learn how to break that. Now let me make sure that yeah, I think I went through everything. So within our network, therefore I want to mention one last part. The contracts that we have with our family, friends, our mother, our partner, whatnot, we in this matrix reality, in this dimension, we are very tied to the concept of our mother, of our father, as being us, because we came from them, we were birthed from them. But from a much more expansive perspective, our soul and their soul is connected. We are one. All of the souls here that are fractals of source essence are all connected. What we need to break when we break these contracts with our mother, for example, the person, that physical body that holds the soul essence that is just like ours, we are breaking all of the information that has been contractually agreed to experience and learn and evolve in this matrix universe. We're not breaking the fact that she is our mother. We are breaking all of the karma that is held between us through many lifetimes. And we have to understand that. Not from an emotional, or we can't get lost in the illusions of emotions like, oh my God, I want to hold on to this connection with my mother, because that's not what it's about. It's about a much higher level of working with this energy. We do not want to be throwing back old karmic contracts with our parents, with our friends, with our ex-lovers, because that is stagnant energy that needs to be transmuted. It needs to be processed and understood. And when we do this contractual agreement, we have to be ready to heal and to neutralize all our connections to our entire network, even our ancestors, in order to clean up and release the enlacements that we have to this matrix universe. Okay, so it's a different way of looking at how our relationships are and the weight of the relationships. And if you understand this, when you reach that higher level of disconnecting from all of these contractual agreements, the kind of freedom and life force that enters the body is so powerful that your relationships with all people become a powerhouse of authenticity, of truth, and you are able to relate to people on a much, much higher level than just that small nucleus that you once thought you had to hold on to. This kind of work is a master unity, okay? It's master unity work. It's not just about healing small little traumas that we have. It's about healing an entire collective consciousness. And if all of us work on breaking these contractual agreements affect the person involved and all of the people involved in that energetic exchange. Okay? So for example, if you're being teased at school as a child, you're going to break contractual agreements with all of those kids that were laughing or teasing you, as well as maybe the parent that was neglecting you. This is just a very, very simplistic example. But the purpose of that is to explain that when we heal one relationship, we are healing all relationships in that network. And that's how we clean up energetically these kinds of stagnant energy. Okay? So let's get right into it. I want you all to close your eyes. We're going to inhale deeply and exhale. And today I'm going to teach you how to break these karmic contractual agreements. So I want you to visualize the center of the earth. You're going to connect yourself down to the core of the planet. Send your connection all the way down. We always begin with basic energetic hygiene. Always. Anytime you're getting into deep work, protect, ground, and align. Okay? You're going to protect yourself in your protector and shield. So I want you to visualize a gigantic sphere around you, made out of something that is completely impenetrable. And I want you to put 10 feet of white light above that. You're going to inhale deeply and exhale. Okay, we're going to ground our spaces. So all the corners of the house, we're going to ground down to the center of the earth, filling our homes with vibrational energy of gold, raising the vibration, allowing us to have neutral, clean space, safe place for our healing. Visualizing surrounding our homes and our space, wherever we are, if you're in your home, if you're in your office, if you're in your cubicle, or if you're, wherever you are in your car, visualize grounding that space, surrounding it in a sphere of protection, and filling it with the color gold as we neutralize that energy to the highest vibration possible. Okay. We're going to go deeper. We're going to start, once I start this meditation, if you're going to be joining me, I want you to, we're going to close chakras. So please stay in a protected space as you do this. Okay? We're going to start with the root chakra. I want you to close that chakra all the way down to the size of a dime. Disconnecting any imbalances of our root chakra. Inhale deeply and exhale. Just visualize closing that root chakra until all you see is a little dot at the very base of your spine. We're going to go up to the second chakra, the orange light located right below the navel. I want you to visualize closing that chakra all the way down to the size of a dime as you disconnect any imbalances of our sacral chakra. We're going to go up to the solar plexus now as you inhale deeply and exhale. The solar plexus, I want you to visualize that yellow chakra. You're going to close that chakra all the way down to the size of a dime, disconnecting any imbalances of your emotional body. Bring it in. Like tentacles, we are pulling back our energy coming in so that we can allocate that energy into our ability to see beyond the different dimensions of the body. You're going to go up to the heart center, the green light in the center of your chest. I want you to open that chakra as wide as possible, front and back, emitting a powerful green light from the center of your chest. You're going to go up to your throat chakra, the blue light in the center of your throat. I want you to open that chakra front and back, opening the center of communication multidimensionally. We're going to go up to our third eye in the center of our forehead. I want you to visualize opening that indigo chakra as wide as possible, front and back, opening the center of intuition. Open up that chakra. Inhaling deeply and exhaling. This is called reading state. When we enter reading state, we are allocating our energy to the higher centers so that we can use our intuition to see any kind of blockages that are within the body, the multidimensional body. And we are training ourselves to have that dialogue with the body. So I want you all to see a blank white screen in front of you. And the blank white screen is going to show you a color. And this color is going to represent your highest vibration. Some of you that have meditated with me before are aware of this practice. You can utilize the same color that you utilized before, or if you see a new color, allow yourself to see that color. And this is the color that represents your highest vibration. So whatever color that is, we're going to take that color and we're going to align it with every aspect of our life. So I want you to go up into the crown chakra, and you're going to visualize a circle with different sections. Each one of these sections is going to represent an aspect of your life in which right now we're going to use our intention and the powerful energy of this gateway opening today to set our intention with every aspect of our life. We're going to start with career. I want you to fill that in. As we set the intention that our career is managed from the highest vibration possible. We're going to go down to relationships. Fill that in. Love, our self-love, and our connection to others. Fill that in. May it be balanced from the highest vibration possible. The next is health. Fill that in as we set the intention that our body, every cell of our body, comes back into perfect health in this moment. The next is your life purpose. Visualize filling that in as we align ourselves for our path to unfold before us with all our intention in this moment. May it become clear to us over the next couple months. So now that you have your crown chakra shining brilliantly with your creative color, this is your unique signature. This is going to be one of the most powerful tools, because when you align your highest expression with every aspect of your life, your highest expression is also going to define and create your reality. So when we work with contractual karmic agreements, we are going to utilize your highest expression to erase the enlacements and karmic contracts that we have made or have been made to contractually have in our lifetime with all our relationships, with our network, with any kind of interaction. And this is a tool that each human must learn how to utilize in order to assist themselves in letting go of the enlacement to the matrix. So now that you are grounded here, we're going to start running energy. We run energy. We utilize the power of the earth, which is pure life force on this physical plane, to allow us to help us clean and purify and neutralize the body on many different dimensions. We utilize and combine that with source energy, that when we mix it, it creates a powerful healing elixir of source and earth energy to help clean the higher levels and all of those karmic contracts and enlacements that we cannot see, that are beyond our consciousness in this 3D realm, that connect us to ancestral connections, to entities, attachments, ET contact, anything that is beyond our physical body that we are unable to tap into, but is still in the cards for us in our future here. We are cleaning out all of those karmic contractual agreements. So I want you now to visualize from the center of the earth the powerful, beautiful green earth energy rushing up into the body, creating a vortex of energy in the core of your body. Bring that in, that powerful green earth energy into the body, creating a vortex. Okay, inhale deeply and exhale. And once again, I want you to notice if your vortex is rotating to the right or to the left, it's also a tool for you to understand what your body is needing in this moment. Bringing in that source energy coming down from source, that white gold energy coming down through the roof of the house, through the crown of your head, down your spine, combining with that green earth energy in the core of your body, mixing that source energy and earth energy. Okay, I want you to feel how powerful that is as we create that vortex in the core of your body. It is truly cleansing, powerful energy. And as a human, we must understand our access to these powerful forces that only we are able to utilize. Okay? So what we're going to do next, we're going to create a channel of elimination. So from the core of your body, I want you to visualize green and gold going back down to the core of the planet. And anything you need to cleanse and eliminate from the body will go down this cord. So a little stream of green and gold goes back down to the core of the planet. At the same time, we are healing the planet, healing Mother Earth. And in this particular day, this special gateway opening, the energies are heightened. So your intention is magnified. So each and every one of us that are here meditating is setting a very powerful wave of healing for this earth in this moment. We're going to go back to the solar plexus. I want you to visualize green and gold energy going up your spine and out from the crown of your head. Visualize very powerfully pulling out any kind of toxins in the body out through the crown of the head like a fountain, allowing that energy to coat the outside of your sphere. Okay, healing the illusion outside of us, this matrix illusion, neutralizing that illusion. And more importantly, we are eliminating all of the toxins from the body from the inside out, eliminating it out from the crown of your head. So I want you to put extra intention today that you are cleansing, cleaning, detoxing the body. We're going to inhale deeply and exhale. We're going to go back to that core vortex. We're going to pull up green and gold up the spine and out from the palms of the hands. I want you to feel the inside of your sphere. I want you to feel that powerful wave of green and gold energy surrounding your body, cleansing, healing, neutralizing any kind of heavy energy that has been stored in your space up until today, providing yourself with the opportunity to clean that out. I want you to visualize any kind of heavy emotions, any stress, any anxiety, any resistance to integration that we feel right now with all of these waves of new energy. Feel it leaving the body down to the center of the earth. Inhaling deeply, and with every exhale, release. Inhale, receive. Exhale, release. Very good. This is called running energy. So this is the second most important step. The first step is aligning the body into reading state with your unique signature color. The second is running this energy through the body. And now that you are running energy, I want to introduce you to a very powerful technique that has changed my life in breaking these karmic contractual agreements. I want you to visualize a room to make this practice simple. And this room is going to be filled with contractual agreements. I want you to take a look at that room. All of these contracts that you see, I want you to become very familiar with this room, this place that you are here. Because every day, every morning, you're going to come here and you're going to destroy these contractual agreements in order to release your enlacements to your network connections and your karmic contracts. So as you see all these contractual agreements in the room, I want you to notice, are they papers? Are they books? Are they just, binders? What does it look like to you? I want you to make it as vivid as possible. Use your imagination to create this room filled with your contractual agreements. Our imagination is the most powerful tool for creation. So now that you see these contractual agreements, I want you to utilize your crown color, so your creationary color, your unique signature, and I want you to shine it down like a laser on top of each one of these contracts and completely destroy them. Completely destroy them. Every single one of them, clear them out. These contracts represent karmic lessons that you need to learn, contractual agreements to your network, painful experiences with your network, blockages, any kind of troubles, insecurities, everything that causes stagnation or trouble in your life as a mode of learning or evolving in some way. We are neutralizing that. We no longer want to learn these lessons through pain and suffering as designed by the Matrix universe. We want to learn these lessons from a more conscious, higher vibration. And so in cleaning and breaking these contractual agreements, we take back our power from our enlacements with that signature, that I guess almost like a coding that was enlaced in each one of these contracts. We are releasing that because we don't want to learn them that way. So delete and cleanse out. You can burn them up, you can tear them up, whatever feels real to you. Eliminate that room until it's completely cleansed and empty of all of these contractual agreements. If you feel resistance with some of these contracts that are not wanting to leave, I want you to inhale deeply and exhale. And you can utilize any other technique that feels real to you to eliminate the contract. Now, if this contract really doesn't want to leave at all, it is something that you really need to work on. And so it is a representation and a reflection of a blockage that is stagnant within your multidimensional body. And that's something that I can help you with aside from this practice, but you can also learn how to break that. As we inhale deeply and exhale, cleansing this room. You can do any number of things to help yourself. You can remove the bottom of the building, you can remove the bottom of the room, watch them turn to sand, water, whatever feels real. Use your imagination. Once this room is absolutely cleared, you're going to take your crown chakra, which is your highest expression, and you're going to fill that room with this color. And you are setting the intention of this room to be holding this high vibrational energy, replacing that old painful karmic contracts with high vibration. So fill that room. You can paint the walls, you can turn on the light, whatever feels real to you. Fill that karmic room with your highest vibration. Very good. When you clean the contracts of these rooms, you're going to notice that it really feels like a weight is lifted. It is an incredible, powerful weight that is lifted off the body. So I want you to notice that difference, how important it is to do energy work. And when we do work like this on this level, the impact on our lives is so tremendous that when you get up from this meditation, your entire day, the entire purpose, the entire feel, emotion, intention of that day will be shifted powerfully. And you cannot experience pain and suffering when you have set the intention for your day to destroy karmic contracts. You will not. So if you want to heal your life, if you want to change the direction of your life, if you want to stop suffering, stop being in a rat race, stop having so many problems financially, emotionally, in every aspect of your life, you have to break your contractual agreements. And these contractual agreements are there on a daily basis. Every morning we wake up is like a rebirth. It is an opportunity to heal, to evolve, to expand, to change the timelines that we are in. When we destroy these contractual agreements, we are choosing a different timeline. We are not going through the timeline of pain and suffering designed by the Matrix. Okay, so as you see that room, we're going to go back to clearing our space. I want you to go back to your root chakra now. And what I want you to do is I want you to focus on clearing your space, visualizing from source a powerful gold energy coming down inside of your sphere and raining down warm, healing energy on top of your body, cleansing the body, cleansing, feeling, healing the body and sealing the healing that you did today. Okay. We're going to do one last thing and breaking the cords that we have connected to our network. So I want you to, leave that room, and I want you to visualize another room. Tanya, thank you so much. I'm so glad that that helped you feel lighter. That's incredible. Let me show you how to do one more if you have time. We're going to cut cords with our network. So I want you to see all of the people in your life inside of that room, all the people that you are constantly interacting with, your friends, your children, co-workers, colleagues, acquaintances that you've been in contact with over the past week that you can recall. See them all inside that room. Allow yourself to show yourself all the people that you were in contact with, even friends that you've interacted with through Messenger. Everyone that we come into contact with, we create an energetic cord. Do not forget. So I want you to see all of those people inside of that room, and you're going to see one giant cord connecting to your body and connecting to them. So I want you to cut that cord on their end, cut that cord on your end. And as you do, you're going to inhale deeply, taking back your life force, creating neutrality within this relationship, allowing them the ability to take back their energy for their healing. Very powerful energy work. And I want you to see one more thing. I want you to see a little bundle of sticks in front of you. And this bundle of sticks, it can be big or small. It's going to represent all of the karmic contracts that we have with our relationships in our lives. I want you to pick up that bundle of sticks and you're going to break it in half. Clean it out until it turns into dust. Clean that out of your space. Neutralizing the contractual agreements to our relationships that we have every moment of our day. Very good. We're going to go back to our realignment. You're going to start with the root chakra. I want you to open that root chakra back into a balanced state. We're going to go to our second chakra. You're going to open that sacral chakra, the orange light, back into a balanced state. You're going to go up to the solar plexus. You're going to open that chakra back into a balanced state, the yellow light in the center core. Inhaling deeply and exhaling. You're going to go up to your heart chakra, the green light. I want you to close that chakra back into a balanced state. You're going to go up to the throat chakra. You're going to close that chakra back into balance. All your chakras, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, are in perfect alignment, front and back of your body. You're going to go up into your third eye. You're going to close that chakra back into a balanced state. So making sure you have your heart, your throat, and your third eye back into balance. You're going to go up to your crown chakra, and that is your powerful, unique signature color. Today's gateway opening, as we open to receive like antennas, whatever information we need for our journey to heal, to enhance our lives. I want you to set the intention for what you need for your life purpose, for your mission right here, right now. So take a minute to set the intention for what you need in the next couple of months to achieve your purpose. What is going to enhance your life? What is going to enhance the connection that you have with yourself, your career, your finances, your relationships, your spiritual evolution? Set your intention now. I want you to visualize from source as you're doing this, a powerful white light coming down through the crown chakra, cleaning out the third eye with this powerful ascension energy, cleaning out the throat chakra, cleaning out the heart chakra, the solar plexus, the sacral, the root, and moving any kind of stagnant blockages in the body down to the core of the planet. I want you to visualize from the center of your chest a white light. I want you to see that white light in the center of your chest. This is your core soul essence. I want you to expand that light. Expand that light to the side. Expand that light lengthwise around your body to the feet. I want you to expand it all around your body until it's a gigantic light. This is your soul essence. Expand your light as wide as possible all around you. Visualize the center core of your body filling in. Some of you have a hollow in the center of your body. I want you to fill that in with that white light, making sure that it's completely surrounding your entire body. somebody coming in with a great amount of heartbreak into the room. So we're going to focus on the center, heart center. I want you to visualize that white light as it grows. It's filling in any kind of emptiness, any hole, any feeling of loneliness or disconnect in the body completely. Okay? And I want you to tap in to this incredibly powerful energy of joy and love. We're going to send our crown light up into the 8th chakra. Turn on the 8th chakra. We're going to send it up into the 9th chakra. Turn on the 9th chakra. We're going to go up to the 10th chakra. Turn on the 10th chakra above that. Going to go up to the 11th chakra. Turn on the 11th chakra as bright as possible with your unique vibrational color. The 11th chakra. The 12th chakra. Inhaling deeply, allowing our higher self to enter the body, integrating all of that information that is required. I want you to visualize eliminating any kind of anxiety, pain, any heavy emotions that you've felt over the past couple weeks, any kind of emotions or resistance that you're feeling with this eclipse energy that is heightening heavy contractual agreements. I want you to eliminate that out of your body now, sending it down to the center of the earth. As you allow your higher self to enter the body and replace that open space within. You're going to go up to the 12th and the 13th chakra. And above you is a powerful white light of source. I want you to connect up into that white light. As you pull that white light down over your body, allowing yourself to seal the healing that you did today, the work that you did today. Very good. I want you to come back into the room, and as you do, you're going to continue to be grounded down to the center of the earth. Continue to have your protective shield around you. Continue to have your chakra system in perfect alignment up your spine, connecting to source, seeing that white light. I want to thank everybody that joined me here today. And if anyone has questions, I am open for any kind of questions about karma or the divine feminine that we talked about earlier, or past lives, DNA, patterns, archetypes, whatever you guys have questions on, I'm here. So thank you so much for joining, all you beautiful people. Tanya, thank you. Misha, thank you. Locke, Vanessa, Lorna, Maria, Lauren, hi Lauren, James, Lena, beautiful Lena. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much, Vanessa. Thank you for doing the work. Thank you for taking the time to do that. Thank you, Jessica. Thank you for being here. And on this Ascension Day, set the intention for what is your next step. And after cleansing these contractual agreements, I invite you to do this every single day. Please take the time to do this work. You will see how you change your timelines. We have the ability to do that, so we have to learn the tools that are accessible to us. Okay? Nikki Hunt, thank you so much, my love. Thank you for being here. Thank you, Tanya. Sending you all my love. And if anybody is going to be at the event this weekend, Sherry, thank you very much for being here. Lena, thank you so much. I feel so light and cleaned. Also feel recharged in energy. Thank you for your guidance. It's my pleasure. First thing this morning, Vanessa, awesome. Oh my gosh, that's the best to start the day out with a nice, clean realignment. Very good. Linda Hack, thank you. I will be sharing this with others. Thank you so much for sharing. Please do share if you find value in this recording, in this message that I sent today. And I send you all my love, and I hope you guys have an incredible weekend. Any kind of resistance, any kind of heavy emotions that come up, it's an intense day. So if it comes up, take a moment to take a deep breath, ground yourself, allow yourself to work through those emotions, identify the core, and if you have time to work on it today, do it. If not, do it later, but do not let that go. That's important, valuable ascension material is what I like to call it, okay? Ascension material. All right, my love. Have an amazing day. Happy Wednesday. Happy portal opening. Stay bright, shining. Thank you for your light, everyone. All my love. Bye-bye.